I'm Lone'er Kavanagh. I'm a UFC Flyweight and I fight out of GB Top Team. I started kickboxing when I was 8 years old. Both my parents did martial arts growing up, and when I was really young, I was always too scared to get into it. But having a very strict Asian mum, she eventually made me do it, and ever since I started, I loved it. So, you know, from a very young age, I knew I wanted to do something to do with martial arts, whether it be coaching myself or just keep training and competing. I just didn't know what. A few years go by, I think I was like 11, 12. I watched UFC for the first time, and like being a bit of a bigger kid, I saw Roy Nelson knock someone out with one punch, then jump on a cage and rub his belly. And ever since then, I was like, yeah, I want to do this. And eventually, you know, a few years down the line, being in the actual UFC now is a dream come true. Yeah, so I turned professional when I was 19 and had my debut in MMA on Rise of Champions against a tough opponent. I remember his name, it was Glody. But, you know, I wanted to start my career as I wanted it to go on. I wanted to show what I had to offer and what I can build upon. And luckily, I feel like I did that. Obviously, some mistakes were made. I actually broke my hand in that fight in the first round. Luckily, I managed to get the finish in the second. And yeah, I just wanted to make a statement and to keep going in the future. I wouldn't say there's been too many changes. My team has stayed the same. I have the best coaches in the world, and I truly believe that. I feel like we've just refined my training, whether it's working with Ash Grimshaw and my jiu-jitsu, whether it's working my striking with Carlton, or whether it's working MMA in total GB Top Team with Brad Pickett. It's just, nothing's really changed as such. It's just we've refined everything. We know what we're doing now. Do you know what I mean? You have those first little fights to kind of test the waters, see what works and what doesn't, and now we know what works and what doesn't, and we just keep building upon. I do believe I have a ritual before fights, not in the such of like, you know, I have to wear this specific type of underwear and stuff like that. It's more just, you know, making sure the warm-up is done correct. I have the right equipment around me, you know, and I have stuff that I can trust. Trust is a big thing for me. Going into a fight, I have to trust my coaches, I have to trust the training I've done, and I also have to trust the equipment that I wear as well. MMA itself is a very high-risk sport. Do you know what I mean? It's a very high-contact sport, and there's so many different variables that go into it. The last thing you want to worry about is your gum shield not fitting, and making sure that you have a fitted gum shield, knowing that it's not going to fall out and someone's not going to have to put it back in your mouth, or knowing that your teeth are safe is a big thing for me. And wearing an OPRO mouth guard, I know the fit's going to be solid. I don't mind getting hit, you know, it's part of the game, but I want to make sure that I have my teeth at the end of it. And I'll never turn up to a fight wearing something that I haven't worn in training. With my gum shield, I know it fits nicely, I know it feels nice, and that gives me confidence going into the cage. After the Dana White performance, actually getting the contract, I was still like, I just didn't really think about it too much, do you know what I mean? Obviously, you'll get moments where you're like, oh man, I'm actually in the UFC now. Something that I've worked towards my entire life, what I've dreamt about when I was young. I'm here now. But with my mindset, I'm like, cool, we're here now, what's next? I want to work towards what's next, do you know what I mean? But can't lie, sometimes I catch myself and I'll be like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm living the dream and I'm happy to do it.